some blurry footage here as we try to catch the front of this march. But this march is now blocks long. And this march is now blocks long. We're at Blue Street, approaching Spring. And again, I apologize for the blurry video. We're going to try to run up to the front and see if we can capture the beginning of where these marchers are going.
Local telephone on box 3384 Lynch Street, Lee Avenue, Bedford Avenue, over again in the lot. 957, you can remain in service, guys. 957. Oakland engine 230. Engine 230. Engine 230, you can remain in service, guys.
Dude, can you get on Facebook? Can you get on Facebook?
Welcome to Battalion 35.
Dude, you can watch the revolution happening live.
Ladder 102, ladder 108.
Dude, there are people in the streets just running down the middle of the streets in the middle of traffic, like a couple hundred people in New York, and then Oakland.
Okay,
you can watch Oakland live too, and they have a couple hundred people also.
This group is still marching north.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
We're now passing Spring. We just have 2 more blocks until we hit
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
A major intersection in Lower
Dude, this
Manhattan.
is insane.
Now you're seeing calls from the protesters to slow
Okay,
down.
I gotta go.
4 hours, touchdown, Parkman.
12 Inwood Street, between Fox Boulevard and 116th Avenue. Reporting a fire in the boiler, basement of a private dwelling. Bar Queens Box 8876, 116-12 Inwood Street, between Fox Boulevard, 116th Avenue. Fire in the boiler, a basement of a private dwelling.
Yeah, all over the place.
517 Box 5183,
This was
Myrtle
actually
Avenue.
oh my goodness.
Myrtle Avenue and Freedom Drive for a washdown. 7 signal 5183 Myrtle Avenue, Freedom Drive for a washdown.
Good me.
2225 hours, dispatch 1.
Problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems.
35 Battalion, Brooklyn. 35 Battalion, guys. 10-7-3-3-8-2. Showing the core is an apartment 1 Lincoln. We'll take the basement apartment, K. 35-4.
You can also see protesters across the street. So as I said, this march has broken up quite a bit, mostly from that blockade at Reed Street where the orange mesh kettling was brought out. And now what you're seeing is more calls for the protesters to slow down and stay together. Let's try to give you a wide shot here and see what else we can see.
Shield detector for Lincoln. Welcome 57 single box 1108 681738 683 Bayward Avenue. Shield detector activation for Lincoln. 7 hours, 7
Okay, now what I think we'll do, we're going to try to speak to a few of the marchers here. Again, this march, which was organized hastily, this march, we want to remind our viewers, was organized after the events in Oakland overnight, and this was billed as a march to show solidarity for a Iraq vet named Sean Olson, who's currently at Highland Hospital near Oakland, California, in serious but stable condition. We have conflicting reports of whether or not he had surgery for swelling against his brain. We have conflicting reports for his current condition. We'll bring that to you as soon as we can confirm. And as I said, this march was due to end at City Hall. What happened was, just 20 minutes ago, what happened was at City Hall, the group was divided. Then they marched east back to Broadway. At that point, NYPD motorcycles blocked the intersection at Reed Street. We saw protesters in the street not being arrested, but the motorcycles did a good job of dividing this crowd, and you're seeing it now, how scattered this crowd is. There's an excited protester. And now what you see is the remnants of that, still hundreds in the street, marching north on Broadway. We are in Soho, in Lower Manhattan, very much a pricey, haughty neighborhood here. And we are only a block away from Houston, which is a major intersection in New York. We're going to see a huge crowd here try to cross at Houston, going north, it seems. And as I said, this route is still uncertain. This march was supposed to end at City Hall. At least that was a rallying point as it started at Zuccotti. We are now 15 to 20 blocks away from that location and still continuing to march north towards Houston and Broadway. You guys want to talk to the live stream? You guys want to talk to the live stream? We have 1,000 viewers. You guys want to talk to the live stream? We have 1,000 viewers. No? You guys want to talk to the live stream while you're here? We have 1,000 viewers. No? Okay. So now we hear, just tell me your name and where you're from.
My name's Lisa. I was raised here in New York. We're out here marching on behalf of our friends and brothers and sisters in Oakland and trying to say that police brutality's got to end and that this police brutality we're facing and the rubber bullets are just an extension of the corporate capitalist system that we live in.
Now, this march was due to go towards City Hall and essentially end there. We're now in Soho. We're at Princeton Broadway. Can you tell me where you think this march is going? Do you know?
I don't know where it's going.
Do you know how long you'll stay in the march?
Trying to feel it's over.
It's over. Thank you very much.
Okay, take care.
Okay, we are now in Soho. Approaching Prince and Mercer. Some of our viewers in New York may know we're actually on the same block as the Apple Store. There was a lot of chatter within the last few weeks about these protesters being able to use iPhones or MacBooks, even though they rallied against corporate greed or economic injustice. We at the other nine rejected that argument. We think that it's perfectly acceptable to demand more economic justice and use tools like computers or cell phones, but that was a common complaint. Now what we're seeing, let me get a wide shot here. Now what we're seeing is actually the intersection at Mercer. We're now at 3 separate blocks with NYPD motorcycles at each. Looks like this cab has the light and cannot cross. We have an officer here. Now we do have the light. We're in the crosswalk here, but we do have the light. We can legally cross at this street, and it looks like they're still figuring out which way to go. I'll just leave this open, let you hear the scene.
Dude, I can't believe this is happening. Holy shit.
Between 127 and 129 Street. Between the front and rear of private dwelling. Along the rear front of 6081. That's the rear of 12703. 97 Avenue West. Between 129 and 127 Street. This morning and flying the rear of that. That's the Queen. Sorry, I'm handing the roll for that box. Refund case. Take it away. Please in the far row. Far row, you get in service for 500 available. 285. You also come in, so.
Okay, we're going to try to cross the street here, and let me try to fill you in on what's happening here. We are in Soho at Mercer, just 1 block away from Houston. What you saw there were at least 2 arrests, maybe 3. We cannot confirm exactly. There's a lot of heavy camera equipment here. Surely you'll see some photos come out of these arrests. Now what you see are people walking hand in hand in the street towards Union Square. Now Union Square is at 14th and essentially Broadway. We are 14 blocks away, or about 3/4 of a mile from Union Square. This crowd can't be expected to stay in the street the entire time. I imagine they're going to risk further arrest. The NYPD are back at the original arrest location. There seems to be very little police presence on this side. And now what we're seeing is hundreds staying together and marching towards Union Square, some hand in hand, right through Mercer Street. Right through Mercer Street. We're going to try to catch up to the front. I apologize for the blurry video.
Thirty, stand by.
I have a phone number on the calling party. Stand by.